Funnel or no funnel? I know there was this whole hype and stuff about funnels. It's something that most people don't understand fully, so I'll try to clarify it towards the end, but which one do you fall under? Do you believe in funnels or no funnels to go to grow? That is the question. Funnels on this side. Should lawyers use sales funnels to attract and convert leads, or should they focus on other things, their websites, their traffic, other things?
I will start off by saying my name's Ziola Charles. I do personal injury and criminal law and a bunch of other stuff. I have a very small firm and I have contract work that I do with the state. So having a funnel for me doesn't make much sense but for my PI track. So it's not that I'm against funnels, it's just that it doesn't work with my business dynamic right now.
Hi, Sarah Williamson. I'm a transactional corporate attorney and have pretty much niche high ticket firm. And funny enough, I'm one of those people who like funnels doesn't really work for personally, like in the way that I buy. I'm the type of person who I'm like, I see it, I want it, like, and that's it. Like, I don't need any convincing. However, funnels are a proven system. So because of the data, because of how the average person purchases, because the average person needs to be convinced to make a decision one way or the other, that's why I'd say funnel.
Hi, I'm Benji, personal injury and employment. So I am a Sam disciple. I follow Sam. I do everything that Sam says except funnels. And it's not because I don't believe in it. It's because I don't understand it to this day. To this day, I've taken the course. I've listened to Sam. I've sent him voice notes. I said, what the hell is a funnel?
Good news is we'll clarify that today.
I know. But the thing is, I do believe in nurturing. So I send the text messages, the emails, all the social media stuff. But still to this day, Sam, I don't know what it is.
Hey everyone, my name is Nazaira and I'm an IP and business attorney. Funnels for my firm has worked a lot. So I started my firm 3 years ago, and for the first 2 years it was completely organic, and the funnel we used was on Facebook groups. So someone had mentioned that, that's where, if your ideal client is, that's where you need to go. So I work with a lot of women entrepreneurs, course creators, folks like that. So we would have lead magnets that they would want. These would be guides. And then my VAs would talk to them in the DMs. So we bring them into our world, get them into our email list, and they would turn into clients. And for the first 2 years, that was the only thing we did. So organic funnels worked great for us.
I actually use funnels, but I think for me, most of my clients don't even go through it. They just call. They have an urgent issue. It's so many current criminal defense attorneys in the area. They're just looking for a number to call. They want to talk to a lawyer fast. They look at your website, see you got reviews, see you've been doing it long enough, and they want to book fast. So for me, funnels just hasn't really worked for me.
Hey, Marty Elberg, bucket list attorney. I do estate planning and probate. So yeah, you can start a funnel in the middle or the beginning or the end. So anytime I get a referral, I still put them through my funnel because my BA books an appointment and then sends them a link to the video, or they're online and they already get it, and their thank you page isn't really a thank you page, it's my funnel. So they watch my video, they already know who I am, and then they start getting a bunch of emails about who I am and the services I provide. So by the time they speak with me in 3, 4, 5, 6 days, whatever that appointment is, they know who I am. That's the funnel.
I want everybody to get clear on this. And I think there's a lot of misconceptions about funnels. But most people, when they think about funnels, they think about click funnels or this ugly looking kind of clickbaity, salesy guy who's trying to sell you something. That's what it was, and that's how people kind of imagine it, but it transformed itself. Ultimately, it's a framework, and it's broken down to 3 things, and we know all these things, and I'll just reiterate it. The first thing you want to do is just to capture the contact information, okay? Second is to nurture them. The third thing is follow up with them automatically. So there's different variations of this. Some people can set up the system where their traffic is YouTube. They come to your Facebook group. That's your kind of how you contact them. Then after that, they're getting nurtured in your Facebook group, and ultimately you're trying to follow up with them. But whatever it is, everybody needs to have a system to go to one traffic, which is pre-funnel, get their contact information, nurture them. The lead nurture page is amazing for that, or a page that has a video will be amazing for that. Then having a system where it goes into that you can automatically follow up with them, even if they call in. Justin, they call in, great. So they should go into some system, CRM or whatever it is, so that it could be followed up on, nurtured, and all the other things. So think of it as framework. Just break down your customer journey, whatever. There's like different names for this. Just again, think of a framework. As long as you have that, and the benefits is once you kind of break it down, you're able to refine each of those processes. When you break it down, you're not thinking about, oh, they came in. No, you gotta know where they came in so you could refine that lead nurture page, and make it better. The follow-ups, send more, do full more. Again, the more you're able to do that, the more client information you get, the more you're able to feed that. So kind of break that down. Again, don't overthink it. All of us already have funnels, we just don't realize it. So no, don't overthink. Should lawyers offer free consultations on this side or paid consultations?
I don't care. I'm not going to waste my time speaking to you for free. You're gonna pay.
So my clients have never, ever paid me for anything.
You do find people that do want to waste your time.
Either you're on this side or you're on this side, depending on which one you agree with. Everybody stand up.
I am Kiki Gilman, immigration practice out of Minneapolis and all 50 states. So my clients, when they come to me, when we advertise free, because we tried the free consultation, a bunch of tire kickers looking for just free advice, end up being deadbeats, don't want to follow through. And then once we stopped the free consultations, the ones that actually paid were the ones that were really serious about moving forward. And also with immigration, they're price shopping. So they're contacting you trying to see, what do you charge? Oh, that other lawyer told me that they were charging this. I don't care. I'm not going to waste my time speaking to you for free. You're going to pay, period.
My name's Patricia Rodriguez, and I am here in Los Angeles. I do criminal defense, family law, custody, divorce, personal injury on both plaintiff and defense side. I do 15-minute free consultations. I have found, and I've done the paid side too, but I find that I'm losing out on a lot of people that I might otherwise get if I make them pay up front. And 15 minutes is, and usually it's done my intake department, so it's not me personally having to sacrifice that time. And it's well worth the 15 minutes to find the good ones. I might only find 3 out of 15 that are screened, but those 3 pay all the bills, so it's worth it to me.
Ryan Estana, estate planning, Arizona, California. When I changed my consultation to paid, it was a great gift. We gave people a way to waive the fee by filling out the inventory, the personal inventory. So it's a way to qualify the clients. If they'll invest their time and fill it out before the meeting. For the people that don't fill that out, then we either charge for the meeting or say we don't want to meet with them.
In addition, we have to do more research sometimes to know if we can actually go forward. It's not just a question and answer type of thing. So we can do free inquiries with AI, and then after that, you're gonna pay to actually talk to a lawyer for advice. So, yeah.
My name is Joe Farzam. I do class action, employment, wage and hour class action, and PI. And it's a contingency fee-based practice altogether. So my clients have never, ever paid me for anything. I've never gotten a check from a client. I only settle their cases and send checks to them. So for that reason, free consultation.
I do PI, and obviously we're a contingency-based practice, so we can't do it. But before that, when I did other areas, you do find people that do want to waste your time, and it's a small investment to make. So if someone is serious about whatever their issue is, whether it's like a real estate matter or a business matter, if they're very serious, whatever you charge is not going to be a disincentive to them, because you also, obviously, if they retain you, you're gonna, add that to, or that's gonna be factored into the final amount. So you get to wait out those folks that want free advice, and that's what Google is for. It's for free advice.
The way I kind of look at this is it's a give and take. You kind of have to do some competition analysis, see what's out there, understand your practice type, what's typically done, and kind of you want to do things that kind of are standing out. If everybody's doing paid, then I would want to be the one that offers free. Obviously, there are some practice types that really lends itself to only being free, and that's why you see the disparity. But I think there's also an approach to be kind of hybrid, at least open up the doors to free, and then if need be, if it requires your time, potentially, then you could make that paid. But either way, could work. As you can see, you could still be very successful and make it work, as long as you continue to working on it and see and understand exactly also what your market wants. Solo versus partnerships. A lot of people obviously start off as solo, but also there's people who feel like, can't deal with myself. I need that person. And a lot of people end up starting partnerships.
I wish I would have had a partner when I first started.
And it's so difficult to unwind when you're intertwined with somebody.
You're not looking for somebody that's going to share your opinion.
Solo on this side, partnerships on this side.
Hey, Marty Elberg again, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, estate planning probate. I'm a solo, but what you said is what I see with a lot of people that I see starting off after either they break out of a big firm or they come from law school and they partner up with somebody. They take off twice as fast as I ever did. And any person that goes solo I've seen and talked to, twice as fast as them as well. So I wish I would have had a partner when I first started. So that's why I'm over here voting for partnership.
I'm Patricia Rodriguez, family law, criminal, California, LA. But I am way too much of an A-type personality to have a partner. Like, there's just no way I want to share the control and the work ethic. And like someone else was saying, nobody's going to have the vision that you have for your practice. And what happens when you're a PI firm and you get in a settlement and everybody's getting their portion of the settlement and nobody wants to put in for retirement, or they're off playing golf while you're at the courthouse. And it's so difficult to unwind when you're intertwined with somebody. So I'm all for my own ownership, especially as a woman in the game. I think it matters.
Hey everyone, Ryan Kadri again, plaintiff side labor and employment. I've been solo for my entire career, but I actually was in a co-counsel relationship, which about 90% of my cases, I was co-counseling with another lawyer. And what I've learned is almost always a divergence of opinion on almost everything, including case value, where your partner or co-counsel, whoever, might grossly undervalue a case, but you think the case is worth a lot more, and so you end up settling a case for $30,000 when in reality it could settle for $300,000. So these are all compounding realities, in addition to all the other stuff that comes with it. So for me, it's solo.
Chinta and Fratangelo. I do patent litigation and business litigation out of New York. So I am voting for partnership because the kind of practice I'm in, these are big ticket items cannot be handled by one lawyer, and you need someone else to bounce off your ideas and your strategies. So for me, one person can't do anything, so 2 or 3 is better than 1.
So I'm the person who got burned not once, but twice in a partnership, okay? Still fighting. And here's why. I am a true believer. We are true believers that entrepreneurs change the world, okay? So you would assume that I would be on the solo effect, right? But imagine a world where entrepreneurs come together under one unit that are like-minded to actually change the world. Like, do you know how much impact that could make? Put your finger in the ocean, right? The ripple effect is there and it's strong. Put 2, 3, 4, 5 together in unison and watch that ripple effect grow. So partnerships over solo all day.
When you're looking at partnerships, you're not looking for somebody that's going to share your opinion. You're looking for someone that's going to share your values and challenge you and empower you in your space. So if you're looking for someone who's just going to mirror you all the time, mirroring goes only so far to help you understand yourself, but you want that person that's going to challenge you to become better. That's where partnership is going to give you more in the solo practice. I can do things on my own. Dunya can do things on her own. The decision to kind of come together, and also with our third partner, is each person is extremely unique and can be on their own. We actually don't need each other. Dunya does not need me, but she wants me with her. I want to be with her to empower each other and then escalate and kind of take our growth to a whole different level. And I'll tell you, actually, when I joined Mollaei, Sam told me, he's like, why don't you just do it with Dunya? And that was actually something at that time, I was doing it on my own. I was actually at a big law firm, and I was trying to see how I can integrate some of these principles in the space I was in. And that was something that stayed in the back of my mind. And then I ended up coming back and then working with Dunya and saying, hey, let's just do this together and make it happen. Nice. And we're here now.
Partnerships are harder. Let's just get that out of the way. But if you are going to do partnerships, as Jalal, you said it so perfectly, is to have somebody who's your yin yang, essentially. If you're both similar, you guys are going to rub elbows and there'll be some conflicts. I've seen very successful partnerships, and I've also seen some that get broken up. And I think the really common denominator is people that stay in their own lane is one part. And the second part is there's a level of respect. So if there's a dynamic where you don't respect the person or whatever that is, that's going to be thrown off. I have some business ventures with Hamid and it works out really, really well because ultimately we stay in our lanes. The second part is we have high respect for each other. I treat him like my father, essentially. So high level of respect, I'm sure you guys can agree. So both work, whatever it is, again, go all in on that, on whatever that works for you.